You know something, Barnes? I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If I didn't know you, the human being, and I just knew your reputation, if I didn't have a chance to chill with you, conversate with you, hang out with you over the years, I wouldn't be doing this interview with you. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't do interviews. Like, if you ever look at any of my interviews, I don't do interviews with just street dudes who glorify what they did on the street. They use that as their calling card, right? I don't do those interviews. I do interviews of people with backgrounds, but they got a redemption story. They good-hearted people. And I know you, the human being, and I know what that did for you in terms of your credibility and on the streets, and you able to get stuff based on your name. But I gotta ask, the human being I know, when you sitting in that cell, is it all about I just moved up in the ranks, or is there conscious now that because all of us, when we're alone in the room by ourselves and it's just us, the four walls in the dark, that's when the truth come out. So when you were sitting in that cell in lockup, did that other side of you come out like, yo, I just took a life?
I'm be honest with you. It didn't kick into me then, right? It didn't kick into me when it happened. When I got to the cell and I took a plea for 5 to 15 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I first got up there, you got to remember, I'm 19 years old. It still hadn't kicked into me because while I was going to court, the victim mother had took the stand, right? And the guy that lived, which was the one that got shot, he had been sending me messages because I was out on bail for 2.5 years. So he was sending me messages, yo, I really don't want to come to court. I really don't want to come to trial. I know who you is, but I'm the person that made him come to the skating ring that night. So his family is putting pressure on me to come and everything like that, blah, 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 blah. It hadn't hit me, honestly, until I looked at my son, because when I got locked up, I had a 6-month-old son. It didn't hit me until 1.5 years in my bed. And my son came to see me for the first time that I took that away from somebody. Like, that's when that's when a life meant something to me. Because before that, you got to remember, I've been seeing people take lives. Man, that's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? That's how we all grow up in certain environments, and certain, not everybody, but when you put yourself in that mix, that's how you grow up. So that's not nothing new. But what I didn't never experience was the love of a child. So that was the first time I seen the love of a child by having my own, because I didn't pay no attention to him when I was there. The first 6 months, it was like, it's Barnes, son. All right, I'm going to take some sneakers over. I'm going to take some Pampers over. I'm going to take this. That's what fathers do. But I never understood the love of a life until it was about 1.5 years in. But let's not get this mistaken. Any life that I've ever taken, or if anything that I've ever been through, each and every day I pray. Each and every meal I pray for that family. I still remember names in my head to this day, 30-something years later, and I still pray about it every day, because I think one of the reasons that God didn't put me there and forget about me is because I am truly remorseful about it. I never used it at that time to what you call like go up the ranks or something like that.